Welcome back, guys. Now let's have a look at the second question of the contest. The second question was, we are given with a 2D Boolean matrix grid. Boolean matrix means it consists only of 0 and 1. What we need to do is we need to return an integer which denotes the number of right angle triangles that can be made with 3 elements of a grid such that all of them have a value of 1. This is very important. With 3 elements and all should have a value of 1. What do I mean by right triangle? The right triangle is a collection of 3 elements of grid is a right triangle if one of its element is in the same row with another element in the same column. The 3 elements do not have to be next to each other. See, in example number 1, for this particular, there is no element in its row, right? If one of its element is in the same row with another element in the same column, there is only a single one in this particular row with this one. So this one will not be able to form any right triangle. For this particular one, let us see. For this particular one, there is one in this row as well as one in this column also. So this will form one right triangle, this one. And the second one, it will form with these two with the same row and this one in the same column. So there will be 2 right triangles possible. I hope you all are getting. What do I mean by right triangle? Right triangle is if one of its element is in the same row and another one and in the same column with the third element. So what we are going to do, for each and every row, we are going to calculate the number of ones located in that particular row. For example, for this example, in the 0th row, only one is there. So row at the index of 0 will be 1. In this row, there are 2 ones. So row at the index of 1 will be 2. In this second row at the index of 2 will also be 1, since there is only single one. In the similar way, we will make one columns vector, and in which we will calculate the number of ones in a particular column. In this first column, 0th column, there are 0 ones. So column at the index of 0 will be 0. In the first column, there are 3 ones. So column at the index of 1 will be 3. And in the second column, there is only a single one. So column at the index of 2 will be 1. So we are going to calculate now in the rows vector, we have the number of rows in the ith row, and in the columns vector, we have the number of columns in the ith column, number of ones in the ith column. Now what we are going to do? It is clearly mentioned a right triangle is if one of its element is in the same row with another element in the same column. So for this one, to form a right triangle, there should be other ones also located, right? Let me tell you with another example. See example number 2. In this, there is only a single one. There is no one apart from this in this particular row. So we will leave. We will go to another next row. In the first row, there is this one located, as well as there is one more one. And in this particular column, there are no ones located, right? So this will also not be able to form. For the next one, we will see in the column, there ones are located, but in the row, there are no more ones apart from this. So this will also not be able to form any right triangle. And for this one, in the row, there is one apart from this, but in the column, there is no one. So this will also not be able to form right triangle. So we will return 0 in this particular case. In example number 3, we can clearly see for this one is also located in the same row, and there are 2 more ones located in the same column, right? So what will happen is this one will be able to form one right triangle, and this one is able to form another right? So the formula is number of ones in the particular row, that is rows at the index of I minus 1 multiplied by columns at the index of I minus 1. What are the number of ones in this particular row? It is 2. So 2 minus 1 is 1. What are the number of ones located in this particular column? This was 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So 2 into 1 gives us 2. So we will return 2. So for this, we will calculate for each and every row and column, and we are going to sum them all. Let us see in the approach of this with the help of the code. First of all, I have made one rows vector and one columns vector. This rows vector is storing the number of ones in the ith row. So if for int I equals to 0, I less than size 1, I plus plus for int c is equals to 0. If greater than the index of ij double equals to 1, I am incrementing the value of c. And once this j loop gets end, I am updating rows at the index of I equal to c. So I hope it is very much clear. In the similar way for the, I am updating the columns vector. If any cell is 1, then that particular column will get updated. After that, in answer variable, I am going to store the number of the right triangles which are possible. So what we are doing is, for int I equals to 0 less than size 1, for int j equals to 0, j less than size 1. If any cell is 1, so what we are going to do, we are going to calculate the number of ones in that in its particular row and the number of ones in its particular column. That is answer equals to answer plus rows at the index of I minus 1 multiplied by columns at the index of j minus 1. So at the end in the answer variable, we will have the number of right triangles which can be formed. So I hope the question is clear to you all. In case the question is clear, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.